Hey, how are you? I'm Jason Lowder, and this is Lowder Relationships. And today I wanted to get a chance to talk to you about forever. I know it's a crazy word, forever, but I am going to talk to you about it because it's one of the core foundational values, principles that we talk about within Louder Relationships, and that I've always believed that with relationship marketing, something that you get that you don't get in most other marketing tactics forever. Right? I mean, most marketing things that you put out there, or advertising, they have a duration, right? They last for a period of time. Relationship marketing lasts forever. You could put a TV ad up there and it costs a whole lot of money to produce and to make go live or to make go on air, or to put on air, but it ends at a certain time. Same thing with, a lot of the Google ads that you put out there or Facebook ads that you put out there, or really anything. I mean, any marketing or advertising concept that you put out there, it has a beginning and it has an end. You pay for it for a certain period of time. And what I want to encourage you with is that relationships last forever. If you do them right, relationships last forever. I think about some of the relationships that I have right now, and they last forever. And I want to take this moment to tell you guys a little bit about maybe a different angle that you could think about relationships. And then I want to turn that into the business relationship side of things. And that is, think about your best friend. Think about your very, very best friend in the world, right? And in the beginning of your relationship, how much time you spent together. I think about mine. I think about in the beginning, we traveled together. We were roommates together. We rented apartments together. We traveled to Cancun or to Hawaii or to New York, or we traveled all over the world. And we lived in different countries together, different states together. We were together a lot, man. We did a lot of things together, got into a lot of trouble together, had a lot of fun together, and experienced a lot of things together. But we spent a lot of time together in the beginning. Fast forward 30 years later, I think about that friendship and I think, man, we don't spend that much time together. But every time we get on the phone, it's like we were just together last week because we we spend a lot of time building and cultivating that relationship in the beginning. And it's the same thing when it comes to relationship marketing. Listen, in the beginning, this is going to take you a lot of time. It's not going to take you a lot of money. You're not going to have to pay into this program except for your time. And we all know that time is money. So I'm going to keep this thing to 5 minutes. Um, but in the beginning, it's going to take a lot of time to build these relationships. First, you're going to have to, you know, really invest into your own relationship with the time that you've got. So as you're deciding in your community, which we'll talk about later, but as you're deciding who are the relationships that you want to invest time in, listen, you've got to pick and choose. You can't be best friends with everybody. You can't have relationships with everybody in your community. You've got to be somewhat selective. So when you're doing this, I would just encourage you to take a look at the relationships that you have that are in your community. Who are the most important relationships that you want to spend time with? Now, when we were when we had a best friend early in our relation years, we weren't going through a list of people and saying, okay, I've got a list of people here and I'm going to look at who one's going to become my best friend and those are the ones that I'm going to spend time with. That's a little bit different with relationship marketing, right? You can look at your area around your store. I'd start with a mile around your store, maybe 6 blocks around your store. I'm working with a couple of stores right now that are right down in the middle of a downtown area where you only have to go a couple of blocks, and there's hundreds of businesses within that frame. But what you want to do is select what businesses that you do want to connect with, and those are the ones that you want to spend your time with. I mean, sampling your product, going and seeing them. Listen, it takes time to go and see somebody and meet someone and put your hand out and shake their hand. It takes time, it takes effort. But if you can pick and choose the relationships that you want, if you can pick and choose the ones that are going to be the most beneficial to your business, maybe they've got the most students in their school, or they've got the most people in their congregation, or they've got the most units, residents in their complex, whatever it may be, maybe the most members in their gym, whatever it may be. Pick and choose your relationships very, very carefully. Pick the ones that you want to invest time in, and then make a commitment to invest time in them. Hey, at some point, you got to wash your hands of them and say, that's not a good relationship for me. I'm going to walk away from it. But if you can pick the right relationships for you, if you can pick the right relationships for your business, they will last forever. It's all about how much time and effort and energy that you're going to put into them. But you can't put a whole lot of time, effort, and energy into all of them. So you need to pick a select few that you can really invest in. Here's my suggestion to you. Pick one. Pick one key relationship in your community and put all of your efforts and energy into it. Do everything that you can to build and to cultivate a relationship with that specific business that you want to target. And the idea is that over time, the people in that, the people involved with that relationship, the people involved on the other end will reciprocate because of the fact that you've invested time and effort into it. But make sure that you pick wisely, because that relationship will drive revenue into the front doors of your business forever. And that's what this is all about. Yes, we want to make the world a better place, one relationship at a time. But what I'm hoping is that these relationships will drive revenue into the front doors of your business forever. You got to get louder.